Erica.
And the single Tennessee, of course, you guys blew up from that single. Did it pick up instantly, or did it take some time for it to like pick up?
Fortunately or unfortunately, it took a minute. Like we felt like, man, this song right here is so special, it's so crazy. As soon as it drops, people are gonna go crazy. And we were wrong. Like as soon as it dropped, it took about 3 months. And if you can imagine a young dude like myself, the day it drops, I'm expecting to hear bubbles, like people talking about it, and nothing. Then the next week, nothing. The next week, it took 3 months, and by 3 months, it started to get picked up by MTV. They had a show called Buzz Clips, and they put the video out on that, and that was it. It went through the roof, and everybody was falling in love with the music and the video and the group.
Wow. And so at this point, you guys are just like taking off, and the music is just everywhere. How did you feel starting up like in college with a dream to just all of a sudden you guys are basically hip hop, big hip hop stars?
It was surreal. It was absolutely surreal because it was our first record. It was coming out of Atlanta. Chris, the groups that were from Atlanta, they weren't mainstream, so they were only popular locally. And so basically, it was absolutely mind blowing for us and a lot of uncharted territory for us. Like we didn't know what to do because it hadn't been done before. And hip hop was pretty much a virgin at that point. It was really only the East Coast and West Coast that was popping off. You had a couple successes in Texas with the Ghetto Boys and down in Florida with Two Live Crew, and that was it. And so hip hop wasn't this nationwide phenomenon yet. And Atlanta wasn't what it has become now, which is a hub for hip hop music. So we were charting a lot of uncharted territory.
So speaking of charts, so the song Tennessee did pretty well on a crossover basis because you guys made it on the hip hop charts, the pop charts. What was the number placement?
I don't remember, but I know we made number one on on the hip hop and R&B charts, I believe. And then I think, got to number 3 or 6. I've heard different stories and I forget exactly, but I know we got in the top 10 on the pop charts, which is amazing for hip hop. And it was amazing for that time period. And for Atlanta, just for Atlanta to get that kind of recognition, Atlanta needed that. We really hadn't had that type of love. And so Atlanta was put on the map with us and Criss Cross. Criss Cross was produced by Jermaine Dupri, and we were produced by me. So it was a lot of love coming from Atlanta at that point. And this is before LaFace Records came down and the whole LA Babyface movement that happened soon after. So that was Outkast with that movement and all of that stuff that happened later. Goody Mob.
So you were like the pioneers of like this the entire like Atlanta movement. You guys were the first ones to like go like multi-platinum.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. I mean, along with Criss Cross, like I said, yeah, definitely. It was brand new. I don't, if there was anybody else, I don't know who they were, but yeah, it was definitely new, like I said. And it was surreal for us, because like I said, everything was so unique, and uncharted. So it was great. And some mistakes were made, and we did a lot of amazing like work for hip hop music to expose people to hip hop and expose people to a different style of hip hop. So a different area of location, and also a different style. So I was really proud. And men and women in the same group, that hadn't been done in years in hip hop. There was a group called Funky 4+1 that did it back in the late 70s, early 80s, but they were only one group that did it. We did it again. We brought live music to the scene, like again, where Stetsasonic had done it prior, but nobody since them. And so it was a lot of cool things that we were doing. Having an elder in the group, nobody had done that. Heavy Set Sisters, different sizes, and it was just this community energy wasn't done in hip hop. And that was prior to Missy doing that type of vibe. And so there was a lot of really cool things that we were charting out at that time.
DJ Erica.